This class, we shall continue our lecture on case study. Right. In today's class, we shall be looking at the answer plans. Right. Like I explained in the previous lecture, that answer plans is just like a guide, right? That when you want to write a report and you don't have a plan, forget it. What's supposed to be A, you can put it as B. What's supposed to be C, you can put it as what? As A. And that is why answer plans is very, very important. And I said that when you want to do your answer plans, you just this is your let me show you. This is your um, now this is let's say this is your answer booklet, right? So this we assume that this is the front page, right? Now at the last page here, which is the back of your answer booklet, and that is where you will write your answer plan, right? That is where you will do what you will write your answer plan. Then when you are done with that, you can do what you can cross it 2 to 3 times, right? And that is answer plans, right? Now, how do we go about this? Now, in our previous lecture, we were able to say, oh, when you want to do an answer plan, the first thing in your report, the first thing that will come is what? Is your cover page, right? Is your cover page. Don't forget that in our previous class, we were able to identify internal and external reports, right? Now, cover page, if the pre-scene, pre-scene is like, oh, 90% assurance that, oh, this report may be an external report, right? You already know that, oh, 90% is external report. Then when you open your own scene, your first exhibit, you see your requirement, you still now read and confirm that, oh, this is an external report. And if you use the format of the format of external report for internal report, it's just the beginning of failure, because the examiner will just look at it that, oh, someone who actually used the cover page that's supposed to be for internal, for instance, then you use it for external, right? That is the beginning of failure. That is why it is very important to know how to identify if a report is an internal report or external report. Now, after the cover page, right, you have what? Executive summary. Now, this executive summary, there are some things in this executive summary, right? This executive summary is just 2 pages. It's just 2 pages, and these 2 pages comprises of both your requirement one as well as what? Requirement two, right? We'll get there. Now, introduction. After that, introduction, which is your body of the report. Now, let me quickly give an instance here, so as we are doing the answer plan, so that you get what I'm trying to explain here, right? So don't forget, as NetGem Professional Associate, we teach you what is applicable, right? What it is required for you to pass your exam, as well as what is applicable in real life, right? You can still use this in your various offices. Now, this is your cover page, right? This is the cover page, right? So when you are done with this cover page, the next page will be your executive summary. So the executive summary will just be like the 2 pages of this, right? So after the 2 pages of this, you move to this side, right? You move to the next side, will be your introduction. This side will be your introduction. So you have to introduce your report. We'll get there, right? Now, if that is established, right? Excuse me. Now, the next thing is that, okay, I think I'm using one question to for 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 answer plans. I've forgotten the question. I don't know. Is it November 2024? Let me share my screen again. I think I used one question, but I don't really know. Forgotten the
It's May 2024. Spicy.
Okay, May 2024. Thank you so much. Thank
Mm.
you. That's brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. May 2024. Spicy. Okay. Let me share my screen again. Well, in today's class, we have enough time. Guess what? We have enough time. There's no power. Everything is okay now, right? So we have enough time. We must finish it today. This is May 2024. Spicy. Okay. Please confirm if you can see my screen. Excuse me. Please confirm if you can see my screen.
Confirm.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, now let's quickly move on. Now, we have already identified that 90%, this is pre-seen, right? We want to do an answer plan based on the responsibilities. Then we already ascertained that this is an external report we are writing, like 90% before the consent. Now, after that, you want to do the answer plan. Don't forget that I said there are two requirements in SFL. That the requirements one will be financial analysis and as well as trend. It could be only trend as well. It could be only trend, right? And I said that in this requirement one may have Roman figure 1, Roman figure 2, Roman figure 3. It depends, right? It depends because that is what UK standard format, right? Now, after that, your requirement 2 is based on business proposal, which is SFM, right? Now, in the first requirement, in the first responsibility, the first responsibility states that preparing detailed financial analysis and reports on the performance of the what of the firm's hospitality clients. Don't forget that we have analyzed this, that you are John Adeshola, you are writing ICANN professional examination, and you are employed as a trainee in the frame of what Osayemi and Co. Chartered Accountant, and you are to report to Julius Idemude, right? Now, in this case, now you have a client. You need to perform financial analysis on the financials of your client. Is that also that is financial performance, and that is why we say, oh, use that as financial performance, right? Class, when you want to do a financial performance, there are different ratios, right? There are different what ratio. That is financial performance or financial analysis, right? You want to evaluate the financial what performance. Now, what is the second one? Analyzing your client's financial statement to identify areas of weakness and preparing likely solution to correct what any anomalies, which means that when you do your financial performance in the process, right, you have to identify areas of weaknesses as well as what opportunity, strength and opportunity, right? Now, in this case now, when you want to do a financial performance or financial analysis, you need to consider the ratios for you to be able to identify the weakness as well as what the strength. Now, and I said that, under the financial performance, classify it into different ratio, right? First, profitability ratio. I'm not saying that, like I mentioned in the previous lecture, profitability ratio, please don't go and calculate all the profitability ratio. No, just pick 2 ratio. Just pick 2. If the examiner did not state, right, in the unseen that, you should use this so ratio, right? In your exhibit 1 of your unseen, you will see the requirement, right? Now, if the examiner did not state, just pick 2 ratio under the profitability ratio and move on. We'll get there, right? Then liquidity ratio. After liquidity ratio, there is solvency ratio, right? There is what? There is solvency ratio, which is the gearing ratio, right? Let's say we have, let me use solvency ratio, right? Then let me quickly replace this as activity ratio. Another name for activity ratio is called what? Because they may use another name. Then you now ask yourself, which one is this one? I can't to today. Which one is this one now? Right? So what is activity ratio? Who can tell me what is another name for activity ratio is what? Class. Another name for activity ratio.
Efficiency ratio.
Oh, good. Efficiency what? Efficiency ratio, right? efficiency ratio. So we can have here as efficiency ratio, because the question may say, oh, using activity ratio, we now ask yourself which one is activity ratio, which one is no, it is efficiency ratio. Now, another thing is that you need to do as well, right, is trend analysis. You can say it could be, it may not be, you may not even write trend analysis. It could be a changes in cost class. You do a trend analysis, changes in cost. You do a trend analysis on relevant cost and revenue. We will get there, right? You do a trend analysis, right, on relevant cost and revenue to buttress your point. So in the process of analyzing, that is when you will now say, oh, this is the areas of weaknesses, this is strength, right? And that is one part. Now, when I explain that, after that, what are the ethical issues and reservations? Class, what is ethical issues? I said it that ethical issues are what does not, what the organization is doing that is not in line, right? That is not in line with the law, right? It could be an accounting standard. It could be the law of the land, which is karma, right? It could be, right? Okay, and I state an example here that when they talk about ethical issues, when a financial statement, right, is not properly presented, for instance, IS1, it is required that in IS1, the current year will come first, right? The current year before the previous year. Then you now see 2020, instead of 2024 to come first, you see 2023 will come first, 2024. It is not in line with what? With IS1. You could say this is an ethical issue because it's kind of misleading, right? It's kind of misleading the users of financial statement. There is a strategy we used last diet, right? That is why one of the partners said, oh, you need to be very smarter than your examiner, right? We will get there, right? For those who will continue with us. Now, after that, your ethical issue, another thing for ethical issues, I will still explain more about ethical issue and reservation as we move, is what is it called? Maybe shareholders. A company that is a listed company and the shares of the directors is not displayed, right? When I want to do an investment analysis, I will go to, oh, let's say for instance, Gitco Bank. Who are the shareholders? Who are the majority shareholders? Who are the minority shareholders? How many shares do they have? I will look at all those responsibilities. These are the things you need to consider when you are making an investment decision, right? So if it is not well displayed, it is an ethical issue, right? Because you are trying to hide something, right? And so on and so forth, right? Now, another thing is that conclusions. What is conclusion? What are you concluding? You are concluding on the ratio that you calculated, you analyze, right? The ratio you calculate as well as the one you analyze as well, right? That is conclusions means that problem, find this, area of weaknesses, right? That is conclusions. And I said that if you want to give 4 conclusions, right, give 4 recommendations. If you feel it is just 2 conclusions, you give what? 2 recommendations, right? But 2, it is too small, right? Right? Now, this analysis is just for requirement 1. You can see that we have actually provided and we've done an answer plans for just the requirement 1, right? Now, for the requirement 2, this could be, you can have 3.0, right? You can have what? 3.0. Now, what is this 3.0? Let's quickly go back to this. Now, you can see here, assessing operational strategy. Where is it? Okay, assessing operational strategic business proposal to see how it aligns with the client's objective and its impact on the business risk and the financial risk. We've actually defined the business risk and financial risk in our previous lecture, right? Now, you can see that they want to do a proposal. Of course, when you are considering a proposal, a business proposal, either under the capital investment, or under merger and acquisition, or valuation of the business generally, either free cash flow or forecast, right? Oh, you are saying that, oh, maybe probably we've not actually read the question. Probably they want to do an expansion and they are looking at a business proposal. Oh, is this business, is it going to be viable or not? Right? So that is your requirement. What? Your requirement two. Business what? Business what? Business proposal. Business proposal. Now, this is unseen. This is pre-seen, sorry. You don't know what and what did they want to give you. Is it a forecast? Right? So when a business proposal like this arises and we read the content, we could forecast that, oh, this business proposal could be forecast. Oh, could be merger and acquisition, could be this, could be that. And it is not even necessary that you should do it the way it is in SFM. That is what I told the last day student, that you need to be very smart. Anyhow, like examiner is not interested. Please, let's pay attention to this, right? This is just free. Examiner is not interested in what you calculate, whether you are right or wrong, right? What is most important is that your analysis, class, your executive summary, your body of the report, your analysis, that is most important thing. See, I may calculate profit before tax, or let's say return on equity ratio, right? Return on equity. Maybe I got 6%. The other person have maybe 5%. And I was able to analyze. My 6% is not correct, right? It's actually wrong. But I was able to convince the examiner, wow, I'm good. I will have more mark than someone who actually calculates 5%, which is correct. I will have more mark than the person. Why? Because my analysis is straightforward. And that is it. That is why I say you don't need to waste your time in appendix. Plate the small ratio when it is not specific and move on. Right? We'll get there. Now, business what? Business proposal. Class, don't forget that in this business proposal, it will include some business risk, right? It will include some business risk, setting the client's financial and business forecast together with the assumption upon which they are based to form judgment, conclusion, and recommendation to the client. Now, class, see, when you in the pre-scene, when you read it and you now see that this is business proposal, you should know that when I said this is business proposal, definitely you'll be given two forecasts, class. Two what? Two forecasts, right? So now, those two forecasts will come under the business proposal. That two forecasts will come under the business proposal because you need to justify the two. The first proposal one, you can call it proposal one or forecast one. The second one is forecast two, right? It's part of what you could say, or if you already know, it's part of what you just add. You can say, okay, business proposal one, right? So this will be 3.1. The numbering, you can number it anyhow that you will actually understand, right? So the number, don't mind my own numbering, right? You can just do it the way you will understand. You move on. You can say, okay, this under the business proposal, you have business proposal one. Of course, you will analyze the risk of the business from there. And don't forget, they say financial risk and business risk. Is from there you will include the what is it called? Financial risk and business risk, right? So this could be, let's say, one. Then let me copy this, and business proposal what? Business proposal two. Of course, you will talk about these two, right? Business proposal two. Now, class, are we still together? I need to confirm this. Are we still together?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. That's fine. Thank you. Now, you can see now, after this now, the next is you will still have ethical issues and reservations, right? So here you can still have 3.1. Now, don't forget that in this unseen, they talk about advising your clients on their strategic tax planning for optimizing tax liability. All these things will form after your focus. It will form in your will form your focus, your business proposal. Because when you are proposing a business, right, class, that is why I always want students to understand. Because when you understand, you can be able to. I don't write reports. I will not come and generate one report for you. We will do that report in class. Even if the English is not correct, you go and correct it. But you will understand it, so that I will not be the one to even write the report for you. We will write it together in what? In class. Now, what I'm saying here is that, let me quickly check this. Now, what I'm saying here is that, look at it. Tax planning for optimizing tax liability. Now, you are considering a proposal. In that proposal, you need to look at the tax implication. Okay, what will be the tax planning? What will be the tax implication of this? That is why it is included, right? You look at tax implication of proposal one or project one or focus one. What is the tax implication? It's part of what you will use to advise the what? To advise the company, right? It is part of what will form your what? Your advice, right? That is what we call analysis. That is what we call in-depth analysis. You are doing an analysis, right, class? Now, if this is established, right? If this is established, you can now have ethical issues, right? Then you may be wondering that what are the ethical issues under business proposal? What are the ethical issues, class? What are the ethical issues under business proposal? Business proposal, ethical issues. You will look at it in the question. In the question, it could be, we may identify, for those who will continue with us, we may identify ethical issues for unseen. But I will now still tell you likely ethical issue for unseen. Let me now give you one thing. Now, let's say, is the forecast in line with the company policy? You need to establish that, because there will be a place that they will tell you that, oh, the forecast is in line with the company policy, or is not in line with the what? With the company what? With the company policy, right? Sorry, a minute. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, please. So now, like I was explaining, that your ethical issues, right? This proposal, is it in line with the company policy, right? Is it in line with what? With the company policy, and so on and so forth. We'll get there, right? Now, another thing is that your conclusion, of course, when you do a proposal one, proposal two, you will conclude. Is that also? Conclusion means findings. Conclusion means what? Findings. Problem. Some will say it is findings, and some will say it is what? It's conclusions, right? Now, I will just tell you another thing today, that this this style of reporting have actually helped me to excel in terms of my report writing, even in my current place of work, right? It might interest you to know that you can modify it to suit your operation where you are. This style of reporting, right? This style of reporting, I've received a lot of gifts on my style of reporting. Why? Because okay, what and what did I need to do? Oh, this is what I want to do. I need to have an answer plan. I need to have a plan, right? Please, you can still use it in your what? In your various places of work, right? Either in control or in reporting or anything, you can use it, right? Now, after this, this will be 3.2, right? Now, If this is 3.2, then lastly is 3.3, which is your what? Recommendations. Recommendations. So when you give 5 recommendations, you give conclusions, maybe you give 2 recommendations, definitely you give what? 2 conclusions. 2 conclusions, 2 recommendations. And this is your answer plan. You can see that we use the pre-sim to develop what? Answer plan. This answer plan, we change in your words. We change in your words. These answer plans, we change in what? Your unseen. The only thing that we change here, class, the only things that we change here is maybe the ratio. Probably they may give you a ratio to calculate. You will still do ethical issues and reservations, conclusions, recommendations. You will still write all those things. But you will know that, oh, in business proposal, this is what you want to do. Probably they give you focus 1 or focus 2. Then you move ahead. Don't forget, these answer plans will be at the back of your what? At the back of your what? At the back of your answer what? Booklet. Please do not bring answer plan first, right? I said it to, please, the answer plan will be what? At the back. For those who will still continue with us, this is physical sheet. Everybody that will continue with us must have this physical sheet, and we will still give you the numbers of pages you need to leave for your report. A lot of things we'll still talk more about that as we proceed. So, do you have anyone that have questions before we continue with our lecture? Thank you. Question, please. Taiwo. Unmute your mic, please. Taiwo, àbí Ọpẹ́yẹmí? Okay, Kudus.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Sorry, I appreciate the class so far. So what I wanted to ask is that, as the answer plan does, we start with cover page, executive summary, introduction, then the financial performance. Okay, I just want to ask that, the financial performance is one that comprises of all the ratio, ethical issue, recommendation and conclusion, right?
Yes, for the requirements 1.
Yes, then also, so that means the business proposal 2 is also different.
Yes, that is requirement 2. This is requirement 1. You can see this is requirement 1 and why this is requirement 2, right? Why this is what? Requirement 2 for the business what? For the business proposal.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Question, please. Ọpẹ́yẹmí.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Thanks for the lecture, sir.
Yeah,
Sir, I'm a bit confused in this requirement to the business proposal. I think requirement 2 from I think it's from this spicy question. Requirement 2 has 2 requirements too. 1 business proposal, then viability or something like that. So I want to confirm in case we have 2 requirements under requirement 2, is it the same process, these same steps, answer plans that you give to us that we're going to use?
Thank you. Yes, exactly. Why I didn't put the tax liability is because I already know that when you want to do a business proposal, you consider the tax implication. Do you get? So when you are writing your body of the report for the business proposal 1, you could actually include it there. Do you understand? So they can give you under requirement 1. That is why I said ICANN is actually using currently UK standards that requirement 1 we have Roman figure 1, Roman figure 2, Roman figure 3. You just calm down, class. You just calm. Your unseen, just open your unseen. The first page is your requirement, right? We'll read the unseen of this question so that we will now see the difference between the two, right? That is when we are done with the cover page. right? We will look at the unseen, the exhibit one, so that you see the requirement that what we are going to do, yes, it's on record. Yes, it's on record. Yes, yes, please. So you can see that what we are going to do, right? We will be similar, but because the unseen, they will give you the requirement, right? So many things will change from the ratio. They may give you another ratio, but you already know that ratio is ratio. Is that not so? And that is how you will do it. Okay, have I answered your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So are we good now? Okay, Salaudin, Gabriel,
Okay. Good evening, sir.
good evening.
Yeah, good evening once again, sir. Can you hear
Good
me, sir?
evening. Yes, I can hear you clearly. Please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Sir, what I want to ask now is that this answer plan that we are writing, it is not part of what the examiner is marking. It is just like a guide that we are going to write at the back, maybe the last page of the script given to us. I just want to ask that is it what we are using? Are we putting at the front of our page for us to use as a step to write, or we are just putting at the back? Like is the examiner going to mark this? Is he examining this one also, or we are just using it as a guide for us to write the report, for us to write the case? So
Okay,
that's the question I want to ask.
okay, that's a very good question. That's a very good question, right? Right? See, I beg you in the name of God. Interesting. Please. You see this answer plan, it's not even part of the examiner requirement at all. That is why I said, for those who will continue with us, this is everybody will have this. At the back of your answer booklet, at the back, right? At the back, that is when you will now you will now write answer plan. Then immediately you are done. See, this is the strategy. You need to be very smart, right? Than your what? Your examiner. Now, one thing you need to do is that immediately you collect your question, right? Unseen, just go straight to the unseen. The first exhibit, which is exhibit one, calm down, read the requirements. Oh, this is what they say you should do. Just go back to at the back of your answer booklet, go back and say answer plan. Then you start, put it down. Immediately you are done with that, just cross it, right? Twice, like this. Is that not so? So after that, then from your answer plan, you can now bring it, okay? What do you have? Okay, you need to do cover page. Oh, is external report. Then you write external report. You will not write external report, we'll get there. So you draft your cover page. After that, that is when you will have your executive summary and all that. So we'll get there. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I
Thank you.
do.
Okay.
Yes, sir. One more question, sir.
Please go ahead. You
Okay,
ask question. Please. Go ahead.
okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. The business plan you talked about now,
Answer
like,
plan.
are we the one that will generate the business plan, or the business plan will be given to us in the question? So
Which
that's
of
another
the
question.
business I'm coming? Which of the business plan? Is it answer plan or business proposal? I'm confused. You mentioned business
The
plan.
the
Answer
business
plan.
proposal under our
Okay, the business proposal. No, you will not be the one to generate
yes.
it. That is why I said in your exhibit, first page of your exhibit one for the
Okay,
unseen, you will see
okay,
the requirement. The requirement
okay,
for B will now state business proposal, that oh, the company wants to engage in this proposal. That is what you will now
okay,
use
okay,
to form your answer plan. Then you move on.
Sorry,
okay,
sorry, sir.
Please go ahead.
For cover page is meant for internal reports. Why for external reports we don't need cover page? You start executing some straight away.
Interesting.
Right? Am I
Where
right?
did you no. Where did you
Because I,
so,
I'm a little bit confused. That's what I'm asking.
don't worry, you will not get confused. When we get there, you will understand, right? So the cover page, whether internal, you do cover page for internal, you do cover page for external, but the cover page, we'll do it, we'll actually do it today, right? But this thing is that the cover page will be different. The one of internal will be different from the one of external. Do you get? Hello, do you
Yes, sir.
get?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Do you have anyone that have question?
Okay, sir. The last question for today, sir. I have the
No,
last
please,
question.
please don't. No, 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 no. Don't make it last question. See, ask me question.
Okay,
you,
okay,
because
sir.
all of you must
Okay,
pass. Oh.
okay.
You must pass case study. This is case study is very
Amen,
serious.
amen,
It's
amen,
very
amen.
serious.
Okay, sir.
Just
The question I want
understand.
to ask now
Go
is
ahead.
that, can you hear me, sir?
Go ahead, please. I'm with you.
Okay, if we are to use the answer plan, like you said, to answer the case study given to us, are we writing, like, why now doing it? Are we giving our answer on preceding differently from our answer in on scene? Or why doing it? We are doing both together. That's what I want to know. Like,
No, you don't.
do we need to consolidate the answer? Hmm.
Okay, that is a very good question. You don't need to do the two. Why we are doing the unseen, pre-seen is because that is what we always see now, 2 weeks to exam. That is why we just do it like that for sampling. Do you understand?
Okay,
So when you get to
okay,
examination
okay, okay.
for the unseen, you cannot go to the unseen. The first page, exhibit one, you now read it, then you now populate your answer plan based on the requirements.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay, thank you very much, sir. I get
Ask
it
more
now. I
question.
get it.
Ask more
Thank you.
question. Oh. Ask more question.
Okay.
Oh. That's fine. That's fine.
So
So
there's a place that, sir, can you hear me, sir?
please go ahead.
There's a place that they talked about we should write on like tax liability or something, their tax plan. Okay, to be precise, their tax plan. So it's inside our business proposal that we are trying to draft for the for that company in question, that we are going to talk about that business tax plan for them, right? Like we are the one that we are giving them the tax plan inside the business proposal we are writing for them, if I'm right.
Yes, yes, exactly, exactly. You
Okay,
actually indicate
okay,
it in
sir.
the business proposal. Yes, of
Okay,
course, you have to
okay,
consider the
sir.
tax. Of course, you have to consider.
Okay,
Once we read when we
okay,
read
okay,
the listing, you'll be able to know that oh, these are the likely tax
okay,
in
okay,
yes,
okay,
yes. Do you get?
okay. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm
Yes, you're
done.
welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Are we good? Please, if you have question, ask. So. So we have enough time, right? We have enough time to. Okay. Are we good? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 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 okay. That's fine.
Yes, sir. We are good, sir. We are good, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. That's fine. That's fine. So the next thing we need to look at now is so this is your answer plans, right? So the next thing is we need to do a cover page, right? We need to draft a cover page because it is based on our answer. So now we are working with this answer plan right now. So the first thing is what cover page, right? Don't forget that this answer plan will be at the back of your answer booklet, right? It will be at the back of your answer booklet, right? So the first thing is your cover page. Now, let's use this May 2024 to draft cover page, class. We use this May 2024 to draft our cover page. We already identified that this report, it is an what? 90% external reports, right? We have identified that in our previous what lecture, right? Because of clients, you work with this also company and co, all right? And you are to report to Julius, he's a senior partner in hospitality what group, right? Now we need to do a cover page, right? Don't forget that. Now let's finish this. Advising your clients Advising your client on their strategic tax planning for optimal tax liabilities and drafting report for your boss based on the operational and strategic business analysis you have carried out. The business analysis that you did, your financial analysis, your proposal, based on that, you should draft a report to your boss. Who is your boss? Julius is your what? This is your boss. Is that not so? Julius is your what? Is your boss. So we need to draft. Is your net? Please check your network, Mr. Samson. Please confirm if you can see my screen. Please confirm that if you can see my screen. Please, can you see my screen? Okay. Maoga, please check your network. Okay. Okay. Now,
Which Mr. Something, sir?
okay. Sorry.
I'm not the one.
Yes, I know. Let me check. Okay, Desmond, please check your network. See you.
I have to clear that up.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, please, Desmond, please check your network, okay? Check your network. Thank you. So now we are looking at what's okay. Now, in charge of hospitality group within this. So we are to report to your boss. Is that not so? Because your boss is the senior partner. You don't expect your boss to be doing all this small thing now. Tell your boss to be doing financial analysis and business proposal. You have to draft the report for your boss. Your boss will now do what? A review. You draft it, then your boss will look at it because it's for their clients, right? Right? Now, in this case, the first thing is to say draft report from to E, draft reports, right? Because now, when you want to draft this report, class, who are you addressing this report to? Don't forget that this report is for your clients, but draft the report and give it to your boss to review. That is how it works, right? Now, you are to report. You are writing to the board of director of these spicy confectionaries because it's the board that they will look at it and they will make decision based on your recommendation, your conclusion, as well as what your recommendation. So therefore, you are writing it. It will be to the board of or to the board of directors of spicy confectionaries. Class, are we still together, please? Class, are we still together? I need to confirm that. Are we still together?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir, we are
Okay.
together, sir.
Yes.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. So the board of directors of spicy confectionaries.
Sir, we can't see what you are typing, sir.
Away. Please confirm. Please, can you see my screen? Can you see my Word document?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Ah.
upward.
Oh, okay. I'm coming. Can you see
Yes.
it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I can see it now.
Okay.
No,
Spicy conf
no, I can't.
is your network. Oh. I think you need to check your network, please. Because others can see my Word documents.
I can see it, sir.
Okay. Okay. That's fine.
Hello, sir.
Hello, I'm with you.
Okay, before you continue, he said that the person is writing to Spicy Confectionery. This Spicy Confectionery, this is an external firm now. Is it not so?
Yes, sir.
It's an external firm. But
I'm with you.
why do we say it is an internal report?
Internal reports. Did I say it is an internal report?
No, sir.
I
think
No, sir. Spicy is external reports.
it's like you are doing a report to your boss. So you are writing a report to your boss, and the boss will now send it out to the spicy company.
Okay.
Mr. Esan, right? Right. So
Yes, sir.
okay, please, have you watched our previous lecture on case study, the one that we did recently? Did you watch? Have you tried to check it? So please, Immediately after this class, you can check the pre-recorded videos, please. It's very important. The recent one. Thank you.
Okay.
Now,
Hmm.
now, so please, you can still ask your question, Mr. Esam, right? Right. Please, you can ask your question, okay? Please. Thank you. Now, this is how it works. You don't expect your boss to write a report, to do financial analysis. Now, in where you work, you definitely you have a client. Is that also? Definitely, it is not to your boss. You need to address it to your client. Then it is a draft report, class. It is a what? It is a draft report. You give it to your boss. Then your boss will do what? Your boss will review, right? It's a draft report, class. Now, you do a draft report, right? You prepare it. You address it to the board. It is an external report. Then you give it to your boss. Your boss will now look at it. Okay, okay, correct this, remove this, and add this, and that is how it works. So that is why I say, oh, it is to the board of directors of what? Spicy what? Confessionaries, right? So we can move ahead, right? We can move. Now, in this case now, so we can have, where is it? Okay, let me confirm. Is it a limited liability company? It should be, right? Spicy, no. Spicy Confectionaries Limited, right? Spicy Confectionery. And another thing is that before I continue, I think this call will end in 5 minutes. Okay. I think I will soon. Okay. Okay. Before I create another link, right? Let me quickly tell us this. I can follow trend. I can do what? I can follow trend. I was expecting CBN recapitalization policy on banks for last day. That is my thought. I've already prepared for there is what we call all these their capital adequacy ratio and all that. I've already prepared for it that this because of CBN recapitalization. Look at what happened in the banking industry, right? Now, look at what is happening in our economy today. There is a lot on board, right? See, just prepare yourself, right? It could be about the new tax. It could be about the inflation, the rebased inflation rate. It could be anything, right? It could be on GDP, how it affects business. It could be how the inflation affects business, right? We need to look at all these parts. So I can decide to bring question on that part, right? So I'm sure, I'm sure that we'll get there, right? We'll get there. So let me quickly create another link, so that we can continue our lecture. Thank you.